Our first story takes us to Zambia, where the Teaching Service Commission is inviting applications from suitable qualified candidates to be employed as teachers during the 2022 teacher recruitment exercise. Candidates must be national of Zambia, must be 18 to 45 years old, and must be registered with the Teaching Council of Zambia. Any interested candidate must be ready to work anywhere where their services are required for a minimum period of 4 years before applying for a transfer.
Well, we have joining us this morning Dr. Kashumba Kambombo, Zambia Congress of Trade Unions Southern Province Regional Coordinator. He's here to tell us more about the teaching profession education in Zambia and how the teachers are accepting this new information. Many thanks for joining us, Doctor. What change will this recruitment of 41,000 civil servants bring, especially now that Zambia is experiencing a high number of unemployed youths?
Thank you very much. You may want to know that we are coming from a situation whereby a lot of youths and a lot of learners were being trained in many universities and colleges, but they were very much unable to access employment. And in the recent past, you may want to know that the previous government used just to employ smaller numbers in the range of 2,500 to 3,000. But with the coming of the new Dawn government, we are now realizing a very radical stance and approach to the issue of employment, where the government has now resorted to employ 41,000 public service workers, both in the teaching fraternity as well as in the health fraternity. To be specific, the Ministry of Education has been allocated 30,000. And to me, this is seemingly, it's something which is indicating that the government is slowly actualizing its promise that it gave to the Zambian people during their campaign. As you are aware that the current president of this country was voted more by the youths, and for one simple reason, that most of these youths were not employed. Even when someone had acquired an education, had acquired a certificate, a diploma, they were very much unable to access employment. So, but with this stance which government has taken, we are hoping we are moving in the right direction.
All right. The Teaching Council of Zambia says that above 60,000 teachers are registered as teachers, and yet only 30,000 positions have been advertised. So 60,000, 30,000. I mean, what are the criteria? What's the criteria, by the way, the government is choosing and making use of the opportunity to choose successful applicants? Do you think you'll be able to handle that?
Thank you very much. As I mentioned, it appears the procedures in the new Dawn administration are very much different from what used to happen. I do understand the number of teachers. I personally am an educator. I am also a senior lecturer at College of Education. And I know very well that, in fact, the number can even be more than 60,000. But coming to the criteria which government would want to use, so far from what government has started, it appears that the process appears to be more impartial than before. This is because from the inception, all the people who are applying are requested to submit their application to the government courier services called the Zambia Postal Services. And these letters are straight away taken to the districts, to the human resource management committees, who compile the details for a selection at the end of the day. And I'm told that one of the criteria will be that of looking at the institutional needs of the schools. As you are aware, that some of the schools would want to have more science teachers, and some more mathematics teachers, and some more social sciences teachers. So depending on the need of the district, the teachers who have applied to those districts will be subjected to that kind of arrangement.
All right, now you just spoke about the district need. Let's break it down to you, because out of the 30,000 teachers that are expected to be the successful applicants, we have 1,500 that has been slated for the senior secondary school subject. We also have 26,597 that have been put aside for the primary school class teachers and the junior secondary school class teachers as well. Not forgetting 1,903 have been kept aside for the early childhood education. Now, we are also looking at the fact that, according to reports, the student to pupil ratio, especially in the rural area, is pegged at 1 teacher to 70 pupils. Now, that's against the target that has been put in Zambia. The target is about 1 teacher to 40 pupils. How will 30,000 teachers influence that factor of 1 to 70?
Thank you very much. The current recruitment of 30,000, it has never happened in so many years in this country. And I do take cognizance of the fact that there's a huge deficit of teachers out there, more especially in the rural area. That's why you've realized that the biggest number of teachers required is that of primary school teachers, simply because in the rural areas, most rural areas have got primary schools and not secondary schools. And that being the case, the government has taken a deliberate stance to employ more teachers in the rural areas, as well as at junior secondary school level. I also understand that this number might not be sufficient, but at the pace we are moving, at the pace which government has started recruiting, the deficit of teachers in the schools, I'm sure it will be ameliorated to some extent, in that many of the schools which are lacking teachers will start receiving teachers this year. And we are hoping that government is going to continue with the recruitment of teachers with the good numbers as it is this year, so that in the years to come, 3-4 years to come, we should be able to say the teacher-pupil ratio is attained in almost all schools in Zambia.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Kashumba Kabombo, Zambia Congress of Trade Unions, Southern Province Regional Coordinator. Thank you for your time and your insight on the story.
Thank you very much.